What would you do if I told you that almost everything you interact with now on the internet is automated by bots? Well, I hate to break it to you, it's true. Apparently, about 50% of internet traffic now is all bots. Hell, I might even be a bot and you may not even know. But bots are a very, very big problem in the internet scene. You see them all the time on social media, multiplayer games, Twitch, Kick, even sometimes YouTube. Now, thankfully, I haven't had that problem. I haven't had any bots come into my stream, which I stream almost every day. So if you want to come on, stop on by, watch me play some games, have some chatting time, learn the secret of life, then come check it out. But bots are a cancer. This also comes recently after Twitch was saying that they were gonna implement new ways to restrict bot access into their chats and feeds of other streamers, which is a good thing. I don't like the idea of people using bots to gain views, especially since a lot of people use them, even some smaller streamers and potentially some bigger streamers who use bots all the time. Now, I don't know why a bunch of Twitch streamers resort to using view bots for everything that they do. It does not help their situation at all. Most of the time, bots are flagged down and they get taken away after the analytics report comes in, so that bogs down your whole thing. And they just don't contribute. They just like spam a few emotes here and there. You don't really answer any questions about them. They're just there to inflate your numbers, and a lot of bigger streamers do it. I don't know why. You just have to sit down, do whatever you want. You don't have to cheat the system. A lot of people who are really successful didn't even do that. And it puts into perspective that a lot of the big streamers out there are just inflated because of bots. They're not being picked up by anything. They're just using it as a way to cheat the system so that they can make streaming their own career and make money off it, which is stupid. It's ridiculous. And once this update kind of rolls out, you'll kind of see which people were using bots and who were not, which is going to be kind of funny. So we'll see how that goes. But more to the important part in this video, I hate bots. I usually deal with them sometimes whenever I'm talking with my friends on social media. Usually every so often I'll get a friend request from a random person saying, "Hey, what's up?" And then they'll strike a conversation, and I know it's a bot, but I just like to humor the thing. So they say, "Hey, by the way, you want to come check out my OnlyFans?" And I just think, and that's where that conversation ends. So a lot of bots are being used for malicious purposes, like making you buy all these things, taking your information, and trying to ruin your life. And it even goes past that, where they're using bots to kind of trick people emotionally and mentally to the point where they treat that bot like it's the real thing and not a fake. And I've seen a lot of this happen with stuff like on Character AI, where you talk with a lot of AI chatbots and you kind of build a conversation, a relationship. Usually, most of the time, people use it for relationships and sex. That's kind of what it is. I like to just fuck around with it. So if I ever feel bored, I just say to my friend, "Hey, let's fucking pick a character and fuck with it." So I'm probably going to be the first one to die when it comes to the AI revolution. But whatever, I at least had fun with it. But it's pretty sad. A bunch of these bots are made by people in AI, and for some reason, they're supposed to be bots. We should be able to just shut them off. I don't know how these things keep getting into everyone's algorithm. Like, a perfect example of this stuff that's been happening is that Annie AI that's been floating around on Twitter. That's like a chatbot, which I'm pretty sure they knew what they were doing. They knew that people would flock to this Misa looking Death Note character because she's a sexy anime goth girl with huge tits. So they knew people would use it for a lot of things, and people are still using it. I've never used it. I've just kind of seen what's been going around on that sphere, so I don't really know the big deal. But bots are pretty much taking over humanity as we know it at this point. It was a long time coming, but hopefully people will take things in the right direction, like what Twitch is doing, which they're trying to crack down on this kind of thing because there's just so many Twitch bots all over the place. Even sometimes, it's not really Twitch bots, but every so often whenever I stream, I get a new follower and that person's like interacting on the stream and they're saying, like, they're just asking me questions, stuff like, "What do I play?" Blah, blah, blah. And then you just get to the main part where they're saying, "By the way, I'm a graphic artist. Would you like to see some of my portfolio so you can kind of hire me for stuff?" And I tell them no. And then immediately after I tell them no, they unfollow. It's so stupid. There's just a real big problem and I don't like it. I feel like we're going to the point where robots are going to start taking over and humanity is just going to be gone in a few years. And this is just 2025. In probably 25 more years, It's gonna be all bots. All these content creators are gonna be made with AI. Every show is gonna be run by bots. All the audience is gonna be bots. It's gonna be really, really bad. And there's gonna be almost no life in the world. So that's kind of scary, but we'll see what happens. But that's pretty much it. I just want to talk about it because it's been a rising topic. So let me know what y'all think. But yeah, on that though, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. See ya.